filly version of the New York Stallion Stakes Thursday. This is also a $150,000 race for 3-year-old fillies, obviously. 8.5 furlongs, and this is over the inner turf instead of the melon turf, as the boys go. There's drawn a full and pretty contentious field. Although it's not a sprint, it is turf racing, and there is a Linda Rice uncoupled entry in here, which I think is the key to the race. Let's start with the obvious favorite, that's Mother Russia. Mother Russia is one of the stars of the state-bred filly turf ranks, and has performed quite well over the last year and a half. In her last race, she folded badly, and some might speculate that that's because she went an extra furlong and couldn't handle the distance. But I think that if you look at the fractions, you'll see that Cornelio Velasquez pushed her through fractions that were quite unreasonable. She folded due to the lack of rating, due to the pace, which is how most races are affected. Pace really does make the race. She folded because of that. Linda goes back to Ramon Dominguez here. Mother Russia has been working nicely. She did a slick work over the training track turf course. She looks ready to me. She's the most accomplished. She's obviously the better of Linda's two horses, but I think that whenever, this is a mantra of mine, when an excellent trainer has an uncoupled entry, you always look at the longer end of the entry. The trainer knows something, or intuits something, or understands that the horses are closer together than they look on paper, and I think that's the case here. We're Hooked is the other end of this thing. She got blinkers off last time, and that led her to place in the May sprint version of this race as a 7-furlong race at Belmont. She's by Hook and Ladder. It sounds contradictory, but the Hook and Ladders might appreciate a stretch out. Hook and Ladder is one of the best New York stallions and one of the best New York sires, and some of the best New York breds are Hook and Ladders. I think that she will appreciate the stretch out. She certainly will like the turf, and given that she's the lesser light in here, I would think you'd need to be all over her. There's a couple of others in here that merit some attention. Involo has the rail. Her last race was a beaut. She aired at Penn National. Of course, it was on dirt, but it was open company horses, and this is her first time against New York types, whether New York Breds or New York Stallion. That's another tremendous angle. It's when a horse has raced successfully against open company and then drops into New York ranks. You got to be going with 2 fists. Involo is by Wiseman's Ferry. Wiseman's Ferry is the progeny of Wiseman's Ferry are quite capable on turf. Wiseman's Ferry is a good little sire. I always liked him as a racehorse. He performed well in the Triple Crown. And I think Involo is going to get a good trip in here along the rail, going 2 turns around these tight turns on the inner turf course. That will suit her quite well. The other one who has a chance in here, although you're supposed to bet against her, it's one of the rules. We didn't know what the rules were, but it's one of the rules. She's a deep closer. She has a terrible case of seconditis. I think she has 5 or 6 seconds, 4 in a row. She will be coming down the lane, probably with the tight turns. She's not going to make it, but she does have the quality. If the race breaks her way, if there is a speed duel for some reason down the backstretch, she could be laying close enough and has a chance to get there. She merits a little spot play here as a horse with the quality, but of course the trip is against her. It's tough. These Stallion Stakes races are tough. You don't know so much about the sires, and the horses have some kind of in and out form, but it's the way it looks.